Wait, say that again?
My boyfriend went on your Instagram and called you pretty, so like I really don't want you to be in my life anymore.
Because he called me pretty?
And you're not that pretty, to be honest.
You just sound insecure. So you don't want to be friends because your boyfriend thinks I'm pretty?
Yeah.
But you would be friends if he thought I was ugly?
Yeah.
Well, what does that say about you? You're a terrible friend.
And you're ugly and fat.
What? Do you hear yourself?
You try to sing, but it sounds horrible. You're horrible at singing too.
That's why your boyfriend slid into my DMs.
Because you're bad at singing.
Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
Hey, do you want to come to my birthday party? When? I'm busy with Danielle. It's gonna be tomorrow, and oh, sorry, I didn't know. Sorry, I can't make it. I'm spending the night at her house, and they obviously don't want corona. Oh, and I don't have coronavirus, though. Wow, what a fake friend trying to get me sick when you know I have asthma and it will affect me the most at the party. Duh. Get the hint, dummy. Oh, sorry. But can you stop calling me names? That's mean. Nah, you deserve them just like Avery. Oh my god, you're a fake friend. Have to be honest with you somehow, alright? Call me fake, but at least I didn't fake my feelings for Tom. Okay, bye. Bye. What you think she likes you? Oop. So I sent this TikTok and I said, guys, it's so scary how her shoulder rotates. Ew, that's not funny. It kind of is. Not really. Can you stop sending TikToks? They aren't really funny and it's kind of annoying. I know. Like, what is wrong with you? Sorry, I won't anymore. You're like in 6th grade. So are you. All you do is send cringe TikToks. Like, grow up. And you guys don't have to be so mean about it. In high school, no one will want to be friends with you. Trust me. Loner. Yeah. I just sent TikToks. I didn't do anything wrong. And why are you guys being so mean? Find another group to send TikToks to. But like, Charlie? Are you joking? Yeah. Come back for part 2, and also thank you so much for liking the past 2 videos.
Do you like this? I'm wearing it to the party.
I don't know. What do you mean? I feel like it's a little much. The party is outgoing, not calm. What are you wearing? I feel like you look chubby. No offense. I'm wearing the same color dress like that, but it's knee length. You should find something that'll suit your body. Not trying to be mean, just looking out for you. I already ordered the dress, and plus, you haven't even ordered yours yet. That's not looking out for me. You're body shaming me. Not really. I don't body shame you. You knew that my dress was gonna be that color. I gave you my opinion. No. But it's one thing to say I look fat in it, and it's another to say I'm wearing the same color dress. Alright, fine. Wear that, but I'll look better in it. I will. Okay, bye. You're really not. You're gonna look worse in it, and it's so expensive. Stop being toxic.
I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. And my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. And my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, I can't take it on my heart. Yeah, give me your love. Yeah, call me when you want. Baby, I can't take it on my.
These are some of my messages from my old toxic friend Ellie. Hey, you know the school disco? I heard from Chloe that at the sleepover afterwards you were talking about me. What? Why would you accuse me of that? Well, I trust Chloe more than you, or you're forgetting what happened with Freddie. I never trusted you anyway. Nothing happened with Freddie, and I don't know what you're talking about. Ellie, I saw the messages with him. I know you were dating in secret. You know how much I liked him. What has got into you? Keep your nose out of it. I'm just saving you from humiliation, as he was going to reject you. What? Wow, I thought I'd get one reasonable word out of you. You're better than this. At least that's what I thought. You're being obnoxious and blaming stuff on me. He never liked you, so I thought I'd save you misery. My misery wasn't saved as you still went out with him. Well, I tell Chloe stuff. Well, you did what? I never did anything to you. I'm running out of time, but part 2's already up. Go look. Part 2 of the messages with my toxic friend, Ellie. That one time, you knew perfectly well that what I was wearing to the end of term party, and you had to come dressed the same as me. That's a picture of what she wore. That's a picture to the dress that I wore, and she went, and you wore this. You did it just to spite me. Our whole friend group wore red. There wasn't much choice. Well, you didn't have to copy my exact outfit. It just shows how unoriginal you are. Unoriginal? You want to talk? I mean, look at you. I thought you were meant to be my friend. Me too. Until Kaylee told me that you said bad things about me to her. Of course Kaylee would say that. She hates me for no reason. There is a reason. Because you're I'm not going to say it. Ugh, I'm blocking you. You're horrible. Ugh, bye. Come for part 3 with messages from Freddie. Or messages from Chloe. Or Kaylee.
I will not be a motherfucking slave for nobody in 2020, bitch!
Hey yo, toxic friend check. Actually, breaking up with a best friend, I think, is worse than breaking up with a guy or a girl, like relationship wise. Because at least, like, when you get in a relationship, you know that in the back of your mind, hey, one day things may not work out. It may not always work out. But when it comes to a best friend and losing a best friend, especially someone who you really consider like a sister and you have such a close bond with, and losing them forever, that really fucking hurts. Like, it's bad. It's not a good kind of pain, and you know, we all go through it. I went through it. So this is part 1. Let me show you what this bitch said to me. So before I show you the messages, just a little bit of a background. This is a friend who I've had I'm 23. I've been friends with her since I was 13, like for 10 years, literally. So this one low-key, like, really hurt. All right, toxic friend check part 2. So just a little bit of a background of what our situation was. This conversation was in about like the middle of January. She messaged me out of nowhere because we had gone 4 months without speaking to each other. I mean, I pretty much blocked her on everything except messaging because of a previous fight that we had back in August of last year, right? So in January, 4 months after we fought, she randomly shoots me a text and asks me, are you still mad at me? And I say, and honestly at that point, I really wasn't. So I said, no, but you're asking me this 4 months later. And I told her, like, you know, my dad has cancer. I needed you for the past 4 months. Where were you? You know, I'm not even mad anymore, but that's a question you should have asked months ago, which is true. And then she says, you blocked me, not my fault. I said, not on messages though, I think. And even if I did, you're obviously able to text me for that good while, those 4 months. There's really no excuse for it. So that's how we started, right? Okay, this is part 2. So then she goes to say, listen, you chose to block me. You were also mad the last time because I asked you about messages. I can't read your mind. Also, if you tweet something and it's indirectly directed at me, then yes, it's offensive. She said, I'm not going to tweet all my friends are ugly and fat and they should get a gym membership and expect they won't get mad. So, just to pause 1 second. So, backstory to that, she was upset at a tweet that I made just for the general, and I don't know, she swore it was about her. It really wasn't about her. If it was, I would have told her, but she really blew out of proportion, and it really pissed me off. So then I responded and I said, I need you to understand something. I block people who I find to be toxic, and you are hands down the most toxic friend I have ever had. And that was period. And that was the truth. And I felt like, you know what? You needed to hear that. So she's like, please, tell me, what's up? And so I said, listen, I had time to reflect both fights that we had, and for years I really wondered why people hated you for no reason, and they were mean to you, and I finally figured out why. And then she's like, I remember your birthday. I put effort into anything. And I'm like, girl, you're so toxic. You're so toxic, it's unreal. Right? And she's she goes to say, you don't even understand how many things are wrong with you. You should have seen a psychiatrist years ago. You can't tell your ass from your face. You can I guess she meant to say you can't remember shit, and you yourself are toxic. So mind you, we've never fought like this, but I was like, how could you say that to me? Are you fucking serious? What? My God, what? She really tried to hurt my feelings with this one, but yo, literally watch for part 4, because she literally gets worse. It gets yo, she gets crazy. So again, she was like, you can't tell your ass from your face. She meant to say you can't remember shit, and you yourself are toxic, right? This message right here, I was replying, if you go back a couple videos, I was replying to one of her earlier messages, right? Where she said, if I put out a tweet that all my friends are fat and ugly and need a gym membership, I wouldn't be surprised if they got offended. So this was my response to what she said earlier, right? I told her, I'm like, first of all, if you put out a tweet that all your friends are fat and ugly and whatnot, I said I would not be offended, because guess what? I'm not either one of those things. So she said, you eat your feelings. Your parents tell you you're fat. And I said, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the toxicity that I'm talking about. So her response is, says the 2.0 student. Mind you, I'm the one with the college degree, and mind you, we both started at the same time. This bitch is still a sophomore. So she says, says the 2.0 student. I was like, how are you gonna say, oh, you blocked me, and then really sit here and fucking wonder why I blocked you? Look at how you're talking to me and compare it to how I fucking spoke to you. I would have never in a million fucking years ever talked to anybody I love or like in that fucking manner. And I even said it. I was like, listen, I would never, even right now, ever insult you the way that you're insulting me right now. She says, I don't care. And I was like, listen, this is how you always felt, and now you're projecting. And then she says, I can see why no guy has ever loved you. I'm glad. You know what my mama always said to me? Pay attention to how people act and treat you and speak to you when you're beefing. Not when things are good, but when you're really fighting and things get bad between the two of you. Then you'll see who they really are. Alas, so we've reached the end. So I'll pick up where I left off. She says, I can see why no guy has ever loved you. She says, I'm glad. I can admit that I can be toxic. And then I said, listen, if this is the route you want to take, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. You already showed me who the fuck you are when you said all that shit before. Mind you, not once in the entire 10 years that I've known her has she ever said shit. We've had disagreements, but we've never insulted each other, ever. Never disrespected each other like that. And the fact that she was saying all those things, you really, girl, you really showed your true fucking color. So then I say, listen. Oh, wait. So I said, well, if this is the route you want to take, go ahead. She says, well, but you claim there's nothing wrong with your behavior. Blocked. I said, sis, no one's denying that maybe I had a wrongdoing, but saying all those things about me was out of pocket, out of line, and you showed your true fucking color. And finally, now I can be free knowing that this is how you always felt.
Hey, hi. Do you think these shoes are cute? I'm gonna buy these. Ew, what is wrong with you? Those are so ugly. Don't be around me if you're gonna wear those. Oh, okay. Cancel your order. But I like them. Why would you say that? You're so childish. Grow up and get better shoes. Okay, I don't want to be your friend anymore. Peyton, you're so rude. I'm rude? Really? You are the one buying those shoes. That's mean to me. Okay, whatever. Don't talk to me.
Why were you talking to my boyfriend?
We were literally studying Spanish.
Yeah, but it was for an hour, and I don't want you like
Well,
talking to him.
we can't even we can't study for 30 minutes. That's not how it works. We gotta have to study Spanish.
Well, no, you don't have to study with him though.
He's like the only contact that I have for my Spanish class. Like, there's nothing I can do about it.
Literally, call Emily. Like, I know you have her.
Emily's so dumb. Like, she can't even do any of the Spanish. I have to do all of it. Your boyfriend knows.
Don't another boyfriend.
Oh, what? Your boyfriend is like the smartest one in the class. He can help me with it. Seriously, you're getting mad about this because we're studying Spanish together?
Yes.
That's literally so dumb.
Because then he's gonna break up with me.
Okay, first of all,
Wait, say that again?
My boyfriend went on your Instagram and called you pretty, so like I really don't want you to be in my life anymore.
Because he called me pretty?
And you're not that pretty, to be honest.
You just sound insecure. So you don't want to be friends because your boyfriend thinks I'm pretty?
Yeah.
But you would be friends if he thought I was ugly?
Yeah.
Well, what does that say about you? You're a terrible friend.
And you're ugly and fat.
What? Do you hear yourself?
You try to sing, but it sounds horrible. You're horrible at singing too.
That's why your boyfriend slid into my DMs.
Because you're bad at singing.
I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. And my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. And my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it.
So, I'm not a person who starts drama, but this, I'm done with it. Literally. She decides to do this, then this, then this. Like, okay. Like for part 2 so I can upload the phone call.
Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart.